And is that where you also see security concerns come in? We obviously know there was a recent breach. Won't go into details, but we know that that was something that came from consolidating and from also potentially issues like you've just mentioned. What are your thoughts around that?
Well, so security is such a fundamental thing, right? And almost everything we do online in business is based on trust. So security is at the core of that. There's many angles to that. So the first angle is you never want to duplicate data, right? Because that becomes a problem. And there have been so many breaches where it's quite simply this data was taken into a data science environment to do some analytics, and somebody stuck a USB drive into it and took all the data, whatever. Right? You'd never want that. So you want the data to stay secure. You want the minimum number of copies. So there's that. The next question is, to use a sort of a phrase out of GDPR, is security built in? And this goes back to, well, if your code was written 25 years ago, security probably wasn't built in, it was hardly thought about. But even if it was, it's in the architecture. It's so out of date now. So they put layers and layers of bandages. And, I'm not a security expert, but, if you take that or any other breach that you talk about, those breaches are caused ultimately by one of two things. Either somebody did something that they shouldn't do, or they didn't do something they should do. But it wasn't that the attackers in that situation, they literally took minutes to do that. They went from zero to in no time at all. And they exploited the fact that the technology wasn't where it should be. So that's why it's very important that, again, when you're choosing a partner, that partner can flex and move. Because what we're seeing now is a lot of customers who are with the parent company affected find that they're tied in, and so they definitely move everything to get away from the security risk. No, what you want to say, that's no longer the best technology. We want to plug that component out and put the right component in.